Hi guys, and welcome to this week's Alakazam Video Blog. So Dave,
Pete,
been really well. Been a busy week as per usual, but a lot has happened this week.
It has. It's been a mad week for everyone who's been following us. Knows that our new website is now up and running. And
Yep.
It's great. I'm sure you'd agree.
And we'll tell you guys about some of the new features on the new site later on in this vlog.
Yeah.
Firstly, we would like to apologise for the vlog coming out late, but we have had obviously the new site go live and we had to do a lot of work on that. Also, we had our first ever Alakazam masterclass.
With Leo Smetzers.
With Leo Smetzers, our good friend from Holland.
Yeah. For those who were there will know what a great day it was.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
I learned loads.
Well, we're going to say this was our first ever masterclass. Basically, the idea of a masterclass is we get someone over, someone like Leo, who is known worldwide for his free shell game, his cups and balls, and basically the whole day was dedicated to performing the free shell game, performing the cups and balls. So you're getting this sort of almost one-on-one tuition with Leo. Now, also, before the day, you hadn't touched the free shell game.
Genuinely true, yeah.
And later on, you are going to be performing it.
I am, yeah. I'm going to give it a good go, yeah.
So you're going to see the results of what a masterclass can do, really, because you hadn't performed it before and you are performing it. You know.
Yeah, and it's completely different to the normal free shell game workings, like in the way that you do it. And I was familiar with that before, but learning this was like learning a brand new technique.
Yeah, he's got a completely different technique for.
But it's great.
It is really good. And also, since you've been doing it, you've come up with your own sort of little handling to it as well, which if anyone purchases, we'll tell you a bit more about it later, but if anyone purchases Leo's Schmetzer's free shell games, not only will you receive Leo's DVD, but you'll also receive your handling, which...
Basically, Leo's version, which is superb, you know, it's for ambidextrous, so you need to use your right and your left hand in order to do his presentation for it. So that learning both is going to take a long time. It's worth putting the effort in, but I wanted to get a routine, and I've done free shells but different the original before, so I really wanted to get this down, and I've come up with a handling which is a bit more streamlined and uses just your right hand or just your left hand, whatever you're comfortable with.
So that's good. So we're going to be including that with any purchase of the free shell game from Leo Schmetzers, but we'll get onto that in a bit. And the other exciting thing that's happened this week is your brand new effect.
Yes.
Mystique.
Yes. What can I say? It's my version of the colour changing deck. And I absolutely love it. And instead of just having that one moment where the deck changes, it's in stages and it's very, very visual. So I'll show you that later as well. Okay,
so all of those things you're going to see on this week's Alakazam Video Blog. Leo's free shell game.
Yes, I will be honest, when this first came out, I shied away from it a bit because it was a little bit of work, right? Or at least I thought it was. So I didn't give it the time it deserved. And from watching the masterclass, obviously we were there to help out and help the guys, you know, but at the same time we learn. And it's just brilliant. But once you've got that technique down, it's very, very straightforward.
It's a really, I mean, I've always been fascinated by the free shell game, and I think a lot of magicians are. Leo wanted to go to the Magic Circle on Monday night, so we took Leo along with us as a guest, and he had a big crowd around him while he was doing the free shell game. Magicians are fascinated by this because it is one of those things that you can just continue doing. You can do as many phases as you want. You can continue doing it, and it's always baffling because you know because of what it is. It's just superb, and a lot of people, you're right, a lot of people shy away because they think there's so much work. When we first released this, which was Blackpool, I started to learn it, and I started to learn it from Leo's DVD, which is absolutely great. But the thing is, for me, it was just finding the time to learn it. So I was doing about half hour each night for a few nights, and then obviously, like always, we start working on another trick, so I leave that behind. But I picked it up on the masterclass. You picked it up on the masterclass. It's so, once you get your head round it, and once you start practicing it, it's not that difficult.
No, it's not at all. And what you get from Leo, what he's done with the whole free shell game plot, is that he pits the two spectators against each other.
That's the clever thing. That's really clever.
Which is brilliant. Which is all on there. And basically what I've done is streamlined it to a version of a demonstration of what scam artists would do. But it's also mixed a little bit of magic with it. So, yeah.
Well, there's a great video on our website actually of Leo performing this as well to Jenny and Claire, and you can see how it works with the two spectators. And the clever thing about that is there's no heat on you.
No.
You know. Now, talking about the props, this is absolutely beautiful. It's all been engineered, precision engineered. So you've got this holder, which is not only a holder for the whole set. God, it feels like we're on the shopping channel.
It does, doesn't it? No, but we had to show you these. That's why we're saying that.
But the inside of this has been precision engineered, so that will sit over the cup to play the part of the shot glass in the standard routine. You can use a shot glass with this, but this is all self-contained. So if you carry this about with you, you have got an incredible effect in your pocket that really does pack small and plays big. I mean, when we were at Blackpool, and if you're visiting Blackpool this year, come up to our stand, because Leo will be on the stand demonstrating this. And the crowds he gets are great, because it's such a fun routine. It really is. And they're all high quality. They're all made of stainless steel. You know, it's a very, very good quality set that will last you a lifetime. If you purchase one of these, you're not going to have to purchase another free shell game ever.
And it was great at the masterclass. You know, the gentlemen that come along, they bought different shells that they used to use, and when they learnt the new way that Leo was teaching, all the smiles on the faces. And when you get it, it is like wicked. Okay, cool, and now you're into it. It's superb. But I think instead of talking about it, I should show these guys a demonstration.
Okay, so we're now going to cut to a performance of the free shell game.
Okay guys, so I'm going to show you one of the oldest scams in the book. It's not the oldest, it's one of. And I'm not going to scam you, I'm actually going to be on your side. I'm going to help you out with this. Peter, you're going to play for the guys at home. So in here, I have got 3 little shells, okay? Each one of these shells, as you can see, has a space underneath. And I have one little ball. The idea of the game, Peter, and this is how the con man will get you, is that you have to follow where the little ball is. Now, they'll move really, really quickly. I'm actually going to go nice and slow, and I'm going to help you. It's not there, and it's not there. So, Peter, 1, 2, or 3?
1.
And they would drop this on top of where they believe it is. Your answer's locked in. And, of course, the con man will get you. It's always the last place that you look. Okay? I'll show you this again, Pete. All you have to do is follow the ball. As you can see, it's here. That's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. I've helped you out there a little bit. 2. 2, okay. Very good. You've locked your answer in, but of course, again, it's the last place you will look. Maybe 3 is too many, so we'll go down to 2 of these. Same thing, the ball's underneath 1, and as I mix these around, Pete, do you reckon it's number 1 or 2? 1 or 2?
1.
Sure?
Yeah.
You would lock that in yourself, and I would see if you won. Okay, you did. And as they go to pick up to see that they've won, they actually have lost, and it's always the last place. Now, I'm going to show you this one more time. This time you would touch everything, but you're behind the camera, so I will do it for you. But you would select one of these, Pete. 1, 2, or 3?
2.
2, you would drop it on top of the Pete, and you would drop this on top as well, and then you put your hand on it. There's 1 that goes over here, there's 2. Now this for me is fantastic because there's no way of getting in to either of these. They're both covered, and this is where I said I'd show you a bit of magic. not going to con you. I'm going to show you a bit of magic because you believe it's there. But I've made it go. Travel from here. If I lift this up. Over to here. And that's my handling of the 3-shell game.
Right, so that was Dave performing the 3-shell game.
That was, good to see. And I must say, if you're coming on Saturday
to the Magic Circle Dealers Day,
I will have it there with me if we have any left. And also, I will have my brand new trick, Mystique. You want to see it live, as well as Ocular, STC,
Simplex, Monty.
All of the great tricks that you've seen that come out over the past month and year. We will have there, so you can see the live performance of that.
Cool.
But we're going to go back in time.
We're going to go to the vault. This week from the vault, we're going to talk about my effect, Faultless. There's a bit of a story behind Faultless as well, because Faultless was one of the first tricks that I invented.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure whether I invented it before I opened Alakazam or just before we started releasing products.
Right.
Because with Faultless, I ended up selling the rights to this when I invented it to Mark Mason of JB Magic.
Yeah.
And Mark released it, it done very well. But then about 5 years ago, I negotiated to buy the rights back from Mark, and we released it. Now, we've never really made a big thing about Faultless, and the reason for that is they're a bit of a pain to collate and put together and everything. So what tends to happen is we will create a batch of Faultless and we'll sell them through the shop when people come in, and they're on the website, people can order them, but we've never really sort of put a big push into it because they are a bit of a pain for Claire to sit there and make, really.
But we found a box of them, which is why we want to show you guys now. It's brilliant.
Let me show you Faultless, and Claire is working on another batch as well, but we have got some of these in stock at the moment. So I will show you Faultless. Faultless, basically, David, have you heard of what's called a blind prediction?
No.
The reason you haven't heard about them is because I invented it.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and explain to you what a blind prediction is.
Yeah.
I take a deck of cards and I shuffle them up and I take out one card at random, but I never look at the face.
Right.
Okay. So this is, in fact, put this in your pocket. And with this deck of cards, we want to try something out. I'm going to have you select a card.
Yeah.
Okay. But not the standard way. I'm going to try and get this all in camera, but not the standard way where you reach in and pick a card.
Yeah.
It's going to be the fairest way you've ever selected a card. I'm going to show you the faces. You just name any card you want. Okay. Now, if you feel that one of the cards is more obvious than the other, just don't name it. Just pick something that you just feels right.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to go through.
Okay.
You're going to say one?
Oh, King of Diamonds.
Oh, no, when you said okay, I didn't know if you were going to say one or you were saying stop.
No, I did, yeah. I went stop.
Right, well, you didn't say stop. You said okay.
Okay.
Right.
I've got one, yeah, King of Diamonds.
The King of Diamonds.
Yeah.
Okay, take the red pack out, because that's what I call my blind prediction deck.
Right.
So let me explain what happened. I shuffled that deck up. I took one card out face down.
Yeah.
I don't know what that card is.
You've no idea.
I've got no idea. But what I want you to do is take that deck of cards out for me. I want you to hold them like this. Hold them like this. Look at each card and count them as you put them down like this. Yeah? And then when you reach your card, just remember what number it lands on.
Okay.
Okay?
Now?
Yeah. So just make sure all the cards are different as you're going by, but just count them.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51.
51 cards, squared them up. And 51 cards and your card isn't there.
No.
Now remember what I said, you know, this is what I call a blind prediction. Now a blind prediction is this. I take one card out of the red back deck.
Yeah.
Don't look at it, but I pop it into the blue back deck. And let me see if you can see this, because the king of diamonds is the only red back card, and it is the only red back card in the blue deck.
Yeah.
Not only that, you're mostly thinking, but I could have chose any card.
Yeah.
This is where I never fail, because you only really ever had one choice.
Yes.
Every other card in the pack, every other card is blank. Every single card
really
is
good.
Blank.
I like it.
And that is Faultless. And, you know, Faultless comes with both decks. Now, bearing in mind, you know, they count through this deck. You can get them to count through face up, face down, whatever you want to do. Whatever card they name is going to instantly vanish from that deck.
Yeah.
It's going to be the only red back card in this deck, and the rest of the cards are blank. Now, some people said to me before, oh, you know, you've got to carry 2 decks. But on the Faultless DVD, I've actually got a 1-deck handling as well. So where they just name a card, the card's red, the rest of the cards are blank. So I used to perform that as sort of a pseudo-hypnosis type routine.
I do like the 2 decks, though.
Yeah, I like the 2 decks because I think it plays bigger. It plays bigger, and there is that lovely moment as they're counting through, because I always get them to say, now remember what number your card lands on. Not once do they think it's not going to be here. They're just looking for their card. It's only as they start running out of cards.
Yeah, you're concentrating so hard on looking for the card and counting. And as a male, I find 2 things at once very...
We could see.
So, because you're concentrating, you are looking for that card. So when you get to about 40 cards and it's not there, you're really concentrating for the last 11, and you're like, hold on, there's one missing. It's great. It's really nice.
And that is Faultless. That's one from our vault. They're in stock now. You get both decks. You get a DVD where I teach both the 2-deck handling and the single deck handling. Yeah, I really hope you enjoy it. Right, so that was Faultless, and now we're going to tell you about some of the new functions on the website. Yes. There's some things that we're really, really excited about on the website, and the first one we're going to tell you about is the Register Your Product section.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, this is going to be really, really handy in the future, and actually starting from now, because on your Mystique disc, on the actual DVD, you'll have a code number. You'll see it where the DVD's been printed. If you've purchased Mystique, all you need to do is go to the Register My Product code and put the product code in there. So you register yourself with Mystique. What that will do is, Mystique was actually filmed, we're going to tell you more about this in a bit, but Mystique was actually filmed about 6 or 7 months ago, maybe even longer.
Yeah.
In that time, David has come up with new handlings for the trick. So if you register your product, any new handlings we come up with that we film and put online will instantly be allocated to your account. You just have to put your code in and you can download all the attachments we have for the product.
Yeah.
We've got the same thing happening with the free shell game, because you've got your own handling.
Yeah.
So anyone that purchases the free shell game from us will receive a registration code. All you need to do is register it.
And that is worldwide.
That is worldwide, yeah.
All the products that have registration codes, it's worldwide.
Yeah.
So you have access, no matter where you are in the world, to all the new routines that we come up with.
Yeah, and I've got a trick. One of our Christmas releases this year is a utility deck of mine called Limitless. We'll tell you more about that. But by sticking in your registration code, you're going to have access to, I think it's an hour or more worth of bonus routines and footage and everything else. So this registration code section is something that we're really excited about. You know, it took a long time for the guys to program it, to get it right, to get it working well. and it's just superb. So that's the first thing we want to mention. There's some other great things in there.
There are. We'll take you through the website.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to cut now. We're going to cut to the screen of the website, and me and Dave will talk you through some of the other features. Okay. So Dave, this is the new site.
Okay.
As you can see, the look is slightly bigger. We're using a massive screen here, so obviously there's a lot of white or black area. So a few of the things we want to point out to the guys. The register your product section is over here. So whenever you buy a new product, if it comes with a registration code, just register it here, or you can register it, I believe, in your account as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Obviously we've got these hot buttons here that will take you direct to certain areas.
The bundle.
This is your favourite bit.
This is my favourite bit. So you click here to create your own bundle, pretty much.
So this is something we've had built into the site, something we're really excited about. So let's click on that. Hopefully that will take us through to our bundles.
Yeah. So we've got two at the moment. One is our beginner's bundle, and you choose 6 for £50.
Yep.
So literally you click on the page, there's a little video here just explaining how to use the page, but I'll do that now. You tick just any item you want, but you allow 5, okay?
Yep.
So 6.
6 in this one, yeah.
So if you want to tick 6, what takes your fancy? There we go. 40 ways to secretly force a card.
Lovely.
Okay.
So I've chose 6.
So scroll back up to the top of the page and then add to cart. So that'll now throw all of your tricks into one bundle at one price, and you just go to checkout as normal, or continue shopping if you want to add some more stuff to your cart.
That's perfect.
Which is brilliant. So that's the beginner's one.
And it's also listed there on the categories.
And they all work the same way. So more and more will be added, or these will be changed out, and others will be added in come Christmas and different times. So always check the bundles page.
Brilliant. This is the other one. So our regular bundles will be this choose 5 for 99 and the beginner's bundle, but we will be adding more bundles on here. We might have special bundles as well at some point. But the choose 5 for 99, basically in here, you're going to have loads of different products. There's products added daily, or not definitely every day, but we're going to be adding them. Like today, we've added in the hidden hand. So if there were things you were after, like the hidden hand and Waterworks and Q Break, they're all in here. You can choose, with this one, you can choose 5 items and you get them for £99.
That's great.
So you can save yourself some big bucks there. So that is our choose 5 bundle, but these bundles will be changing, so it's worth checking back.
So we've just had a competition,
yes,
which is huge for Leo Smetzer's. All you have to do is enter your email in a certain box. So
that will be this box here.
Okay.
So what you need to do, we're going to have a monthly draw, and a monthly draw will be held to everyone that's on our email list. If you're not already on our email list, all you need to do is drop your email address in there, press return, fill in the details, and then you will be entered into our monthly draw. And each month we're going to have a different prize. The standard prize will be 500 loyalty points put into your account. But this month, as a launch, Leo Schmetzers kindly gave us about, £300 worth of his product. So it's a pretty big mega bundle prize. So all you need to do is drop your email address into here. The other thing we're really excited about is this bit down here, view someone's wish list. Yeah. Now this is something that's going to be really handy, especially coming up to Christmas, but you can use it any time of year. All you need to do is, if you liked a product, let's say Mystique, which is a fantastic product. The other thing I will add as well is we're putting in difficulty ratings.
Right.
So at a glance, you can see how difficult the trick is to perform. Obviously, 1 being works out the box and 5 being quite advanced Dan and Dave type stuff.
Okay.
So, you can instantly at a glance see how hard the trick is. If a 2 and 3 is pretty average, so a 2 would usually mean it needs something like an Elmsley count or a card to be forced, and a 3 is pretty average for us sort of card guys. So if you see 1, 2 or 3, it's usually within anyone's reach. So the layout, obviously the products are slightly different, the video down there. Now, if you want to read more, you don't have to click on that annoying button anymore. You just click there and you'll get the full description, but obviously that's only got a small description anyway, so that's not a problem. Right, wish list, back to the wish list. So I want to add this to the wish list, but I want to create a wish list that my family and friends can look at and buy me tricks from. Okay. So I'm going to add this to wish list. Now it's going to ask me to name my wish list, to create a wish list. So let's say I'm going to call it Santa. Okay, so this is Santa, and I'm going to set it to public.
Okay.
I'm going to submit it, and that's my Santa wish list. This will also tell me the other wish lists that I've set up. Okay.
Brilliant. So they all get put into this category.
So they all get. Let me just add another product in there quickly. Let's go to new magic tricks. Let's go to hidden hand. I will add that to my wish list. It's public, and it was Santa. Okay. So there's 2 items in my wish list. Okay. Now, what you need to do, once you've created this public wish list, and as far as I'm aware, we're the only magic company in the world that are offering this at the moment. This is really great. All you need to do is you give your friends and families your username, not your password, just your username, okay, to your Alakazam account. Now, if they go on the home page, scroll down here, we'll actually make this more visible and place it somewhere else, but they click on the view someone's wish list page. Okay, all they need to do is type in that person's user address. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to work because I'm already logged in, but they usually type in this person's email address and it will come up with all my public wish lists.
Nice.
Okay, so that is 2 public wish lists I have created. So anyone that has got my username can check my public wish list. So coming up to Christmas, I put everything I want in there. The great thing about this is anyone can come up here now, buy you a product from there as your Christmas present.
Yeah.
The next person that checks your public wish list won't be able to buy you that product. So there's no problem with duplicate products or anything else.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. So that's the way you do that. And they can obviously choose whether they want it sent directly to you or sent directly to them. So that's your public wish list. That's something that took a hell of a lot of programming to work out, but we think it's great. We think it's such a great service. And also, in December, we are running a fantastic competition on public wish lists.
Yes.
Okay, so I will say this now, start setting up your public wish list now.
Yeah.
Okay, once you've set one up, you can continue adding to it, but once you've set one up, send us an email at sales@alakazam.co.uk with your username and tell us, the subject line, just put my public wish list.
Right.
Okay, send that through to us. We'll announce what the competition is in December, but it's going to be running for a good couple of weeks with the Alakazam Santa Man. So I'm not going to say any more about that.
All right,
so
brilliant.
What you need to do, we'll give you more information at a later date, but start setting up your public wish list now and start handing out your email addresses to family and friends, or your username. Okay, so one last thing, we're going to show you what your account looks like. Your account has now, we've streamlined it, we've made it a bit prettier on the back end here, and it's easier for you to see what's going on. Now, when you register a product, all you need to do is go into View Registered Products, and that will list all the products you've purchased that have got a registration code. It will have the product in there, and it will have the code. So all you need to do is have a look at the product, choose whatever code you want, pop it in there, and your additional items will appear, okay? And you've got my resource centre there, actually, which should contain, if you put a registration code in there, that will give you the same sort of thing. And then obviously you've still got all the download manager, my streaming videos and everything else. Okay.
Brilliant.
And you can look at your wish lists in here. And I believe you can delete items and change items and everything else. Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So that is it. That's the new Alakazam .co.uk website. We've got a lot of stuff happening there. There are more things being added as well in the future, but these are a few little bits to get you started. I really hope you enjoy the website, and that is alakazam.co.uk. So, David,
it's here.
The time has come.
Yeah, very excited about this release.
Now, this is Mystique, David's new effect. Now, we filmed this ages ago.
Yeah, about 6 months ago.
6 or 7 months ago. There's a few reasons why it's taken so long to come out.
Yeah.
Firstly, our good friend Russ Stevens, who does all our editing, was busy being a manager for some of the world's most popular and hardest working magicians. So, and secondly, because I said to you, I've got a great idea. Let's launch it when we launched a new site.
Yeah.
Which was supposed to be a month ago.
It was. But it's here, it's fine. And I am, as I say, very excited about it. And the reason for this, I love colour changing decks. The routine, the plot, I've probably looked at every single one that's out there.
Yeah.
And what I love about it is that instant, you know, in their mind they go, well, I've just seen all of them, they're red and now they're blue. What I wanted to add to it was more than just one moment of magic.
Yeah.
And so in this, the changes happen in stages. So I almost do it as a observation test, you know, where I say, what colour's the box? So in their mind now, they know, oh, it's a red box, so the cards are red. They see the cards quite freely and fairly. And you cut wherever they select. So now you've got the stack that they've cut to, the stack above it, and the card box, and all of these change in turn very visually, which gives them just crazy moments of magic, and they're left with the only red card with a signature on it, and it's theirs.
Cool. Well, let's cut to a performance of you doing Mystique.
Okay. Little observation test for you, Pete. What colour's the box?
Red.
That is paying attention. That's fantastic. And in a red box, of course, we use a red pack of cards. So here's the thing. It's a little trick. I'm going to run my thumb down the side of these cards in just a moment, Pete, and I'd like you to say stop. Okay?
Stop.
Here?
Yeah.
I want you to have a look at that card. This is where we cut to. Have a look and sign your name across the face. Obviously, you can't. Oh, you have. That's fine. I'm going to place this in here. Pete, what colour is the back of your card?
Red.
Red? Okay, good. I'm going to turn it blue. Ready? Just there. Actually, I turn all the cards blue. Right in front of your eyes, every single card now turns blue, apart from one. Actually, all these as well. Every card turns blue, apart from one. What was your card?
The Ace of Diamonds.
With the signature on it, the Ace of Diamonds. Pete, what colour was the box?
Red.
Nah, blue. Never mind. You were good at the beginning, just not at the end.
Right, so that was Mystique.
Yes.
There's a few things I want to sort of add about this as well, or talk about. I mean, I've always said it, I think one of the most powerful card effects you can do for a lay spectator is a colour changing deck. I truly believe that, because I remember how I first felt when I saw a colour changing deck. It was totally unbelievable. I had no idea how it worked, and that was a very, very basic version. Because it's so easy for your spectator to follow, they understand what the magic is. The deck has changed colour.
Yeah.
And I will say, I'm a little bit embarrassed to say, that even though you have been showing me this trick for months.
Yeah.
About 2 or 3 weeks ago, you fooled me with it again. But it wasn't, obviously I understood the Mystique routine, but at the end of the trick, you made my sign card change colour.
Yeah.
And I took it away.
Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't planning on putting that on the disc. You know, you like to keep the little things to yourself in Magic, but you know, I figure with the QR, the new code now that you can use, sorry, not the QR,
registration
code. You know, why not throw it on there with all the other stuff as well? And so that's exactly what I'm going to do. Now, the trailer that you might see for this, I will explain. The change, the routine's the same up to the point of the very visual change. Now, there's beginner, intermediate, and difficult level of this.
Yeah.
The one you just saw me do is, I would say, beginner. And that would be on the...
And there's even easier versions than that on the disc.
Yeah, the trailer one is probably the most difficult of all of them. But with a bit of practice, you know, you'll get there. But
you teach that in there.
Yeah.
Also, just want to point out, it doesn't come with the card box. You make the card box. They're very easy to make.
It's
David, that's on here. The construction of that and how to construct it is on here as a bonus. But on the bonus footage, you're going to go more in depth into the manufacture of the box, and it is something that will take you a couple of minutes. It's not, you know, dental dam and everything else. It's a very simple.
Yeah, I mean the reason that you don't get the box with it is I don't always use the box.
Yeah,
I will say, you know, if you've got a table, it's great. There is an in-the-hand version of it, but sometimes it's just not feasible. Yeah. So you know they get all the other visual moments, and then it changes at the end. That's my normal handling for it. But I think the box is really nice for the presentation observation test. So it's on there. It'll take you, you know, 5-10 minutes tops to make it up. Once you've made one, it's your, you know, that's all you need. You won't need to make another one unless it gets really, really tatty. But we cover all that and loads of, you know, variations of how to do the changes.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we are filming the bonus footage for this. So it doesn't matter when you buy this, because you've got the registration code. All you need to do is register the product, and then whenever we come up with little additions, we will stick it on our Facebook page. We'll notify people just by saying, you know, go into your registration area and you'll have more routines for your effects, or we'll send it out an email. So we'll notify you, but it's always worth checking back, because we're going to be, to us, this has given us a lot of freedom, because being a manufacturer and a creator myself, as David is, you come up with an effect, you play with it, and then you release it. When you're at that releasing point, you're happy with everything, and then 2 weeks down the line, you think of another idea for it.
Oh, I wish I put that on there.
Yeah, and until now, we haven't really had a good way of sharing that with you. Whereas now, with this registration code, it's given us a great way to do that. So it doesn't matter where you buy the product. That's the other thing. You don't have to buy Mystique from Alakazam. You can buy it from any magic dealer anywhere in the world and register it at Alakazam, and you will get the bonus footage free of charge. It doesn't matter where you buy our product. Yeah. It's our way of saying thank you for supporting our products, and it's given us the freedom to share our extra ideas, to give you more from your product. And also, we're going to be doing that with other products that aren't Alakazam branded products. So if we get a new item in from whoever the creator is, if you come up with a new handling, or I come up with a new idea, or Andy comes up with a new idea, we will film it and we'll attach it to the product. So we'll send you a registration code with it, or attach it. And that's the thing that we always try and do here, is think a little bit outside the box. And, you know, sometimes when you get an effect, there are ways. You know, Andy is far more technical than I am. You're far more technical with the flashy stuff than I am. So I will look at an effect that you do, and I'll adapt it for my capabilities, and vice versa. You know,
that's why we've got 3 diverse minds here in Magic, and constantly, daily. I mean, if you see the sheets of stuff and ideas we write out, it's just constant. So why not share that with you guys who support us? So I think it's superb. Not the effect. Well, the effect is.
Yeah, the effect's great.
No, but I think that what we've got here now with the registration code is brilliant, and you guys are going to love it.
Right.
What an episode.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
So we've got Mystique, we've got the new website, we've got the free shell game. Also, I will say, keep your eye out for more masterclasses.
Yes.
Because I tell you what, it was such a great day. It was held at Eastwell Manor, which is a fantastic location. If you've watched our DVDs, you know how great it is. It's brilliant. We've got more masterclasses coming up. We've got magicians asking us now. We've got some great names lined up. up. So we'll be revealing those soon.
Yeah.
And they're going to be covering all sorts of genres of magic. We've got card magic, we've got mentalism. There's just everything included in there. We've got coin magic. So whatever you want to do, we will have a masterclass for you at some stage.
Yeah.
We had the one from the vault.
Yeah. Faultless, fantastic trick. And I must say as well, guys, we say it every week, if you're not following us on the usual places, Facebook, YouTube and Twitter, please make sure you do. It's the first place that we update with new videos. And subscribe. That here?
There?
Yeah, there. Subscribe there, guys, and you'll be the first ones to hear the latest news for Alakazam.
One thing we have forgot.
Yes.
The biggest competition, I think, we've ever run.
Yes, indeed. And that is over on Facebook.
Yes.
So I say head over to Facebook now to find out what it is to win over £200-300 worth of magic. All that is explained on our Facebook page. So until next week, guys, have a great week and we'll see you next time.